This year marks the 20th year of BYD making cars. In 2003, we entered the automotive industry.
In the competitive world of Chinese electric vehicles,
it's looking for a spot
that are going further and costing less than ever before, no company makes or sells more than BYD.
BYD's CEO, Wang Chan Fu, has revealed a groundbreaking engine that could completely change the electric vehicle industry as we currently know it. Known for being amongst the world's top EV manufacturers,
in the world of electric vehicles, Tesla has reigned supreme, but its days as top dog may be numbered. In China, the world's largest EV market, it's been losing ground to domestic automakers as a ruthless price war has inflamed an already competitive market.
BYD's shift away from pure electric innovation and into revolutionary engine tech has shocked the industry. This bold new move not only challenges EV competitors, but could reshape the future of automotive technology altogether. What does this mean for the EV industry and the future of sustainable transportation? Join us as we reveal the new engine that BYD created that will change the EV industry. The future of the EV industry is here. Electric vehicles are all the rage in the automotive industry.
Electric vehicles, all the rage, very popular here in the Valley. California has a law requiring electric-only car sales by 2035.
So we're about 10 years away. Those EVs are well known for saving money on gas.
Starting a great shift from fossil fuel dependence to cleaner, sustainable power, which is good for the environment. But while the EV market has thrived, the journey to perfect electric-powered mobility is still evolving. Issues like range anxiety, limited charging infrastructure, and long charging times have persisted as obstacles, especially for drivers who rely on longer range capabilities. Now, BYD, a company well known for pioneering EV advancements, is signaling a new direction that could change everything we think we know about electric mobility. BYD's CEO, Wang Chan Fu, has announced a groundbreaking engine that promises to bridge the gap between electric and traditional engines, blending the best of both into a new kind of powertrain. But how does BYD plan to do this? And what sort of revolution will this engine bring to the EV industry? Stay tuned to find out. For years, BYD has been at the forefront of EV technology, consistently pushing the boundaries with advanced electric motors and rivaling competitors like Tesla, Rivian, and traditional automakers like Ford and GM. These companies have invested heavily in electric powertrains, and the trend in automotive technology has seemed clear: move away from combustion engines and toward fully electric solutions.
On this matter, the EU or the European Union proposed a complete ban on selling new combustion engine cars by the year 2035.
Yet BYD's latest move breaks this momentum in an unexpected way. Instead of simply refining EV technology as many had anticipated, BYD's leadership has embraced a bold new vision that combines elements of electric and combustion power. And this is a shift that industry experts are viewing as a game changer. So what's different about this engine from the rest? The details are still emerging, but early reports indicate it offers performance metrics that outshine most current EV powertrains, boasting the power and efficiency of electric motors with the range and refueling speed associated with traditional engines. This move suggests that BYD's new engine might be a hybrid or alternative fuel system, capable of bypassing the major limitations of pure EVs. Imagine the impact. A vehicle with high energy density, able to travel extended distances without the constant worry of finding a charging station, and quick to refuel in the rare instance it needs it. Such a system would reduce range anxiety. This has been a major hurdle that has stifled broader EV adoption, so the system will make long road trips far more accessible for EV drivers. The automotive market has generally been defined by a tension between electric and combustion engines. Yet, with BYD's innovative approach, we see the emergence of a middle ground that could transform the way we think about vehicle propulsion. Traditional EVs rely on electric batteries, which, although efficient, are hindered by the need for long charging times and frequent recharging stops for extended trips. BYD's engine concept reimagines this model, potentially offering a new kind of hybridization
Chinese automaker BYD is zipping ahead in the global race to make cheaper electric vehicles,
where the electric and combustion components complement each other's strengths, resulting in a highly versatile and efficient system. This announcement has sent ripples through the automotive industry, with industry experts reacting with a mixture of excitement and disbelief. Many are eager to see if BYD's hybrid engine can indeed live up to its ambitious promises. If the company succeeds, it could disrupt the entire EV market and inspire a new wave of technological exploration. For years, companies have been chasing after improvements in battery technology to extend range and reduce charging times. And while there have been incremental improvements, none have fully addressed the limitations in a way that would make EVs as convenient as gas-powered cars for all drivers. BYD's vision of combining the best attributes of both systems challenges the industry to reconsider its direction, putting BYD at the forefront of what may become the new standard for vehicles. Of course, this innovation is not without its challenges. Hybrid engines that marry electric and combustion technology.
The hybrid car was considered a revolutionary step toward a less polluted future.
Are inherently more complex to design and produce. They require the precise integration of two distinct power sources into one cohesive system, meaning both technological complexity and increased manufacturing costs. But BYD's track record as a pioneer in the EV space suggests it is up to the challenge. The company's investments in research and development are among the highest in the industry, and BYD has demonstrated an impressive ability to deliver cutting-edge solutions that meet both technical and market demands. Moreover, this shift doesn't mean that BYD is abandoning its electric roots. Rather, it represents an evolution in the company's approach to powertrain solutions. The new engine appears to be a stepping stone towards a diversified range of sustainable propulsion options, positioning BYD not just as a competitor in the EV market, but as a leader in reimagining what it means to drive a clean, efficient, and powerful vehicle. By targeting the limitations that have held back traditional EV systems, this hybridized technology could redefine sustainable transportation, making EVs more appealing to a broader audience and accelerating the global transition to clean energy. In a market that has long viewed EVs as the future and combustion engines as the past, BYD's innovation reminds us that there is room for reimagining and re-engineering. The company's new engine technology reflects a shift from a binary approach, electric versus combustion, to a more integrated strategy that could change the conversation in the automotive world. With this groundbreaking engine, BYD is moving away from an either-or mindset, embracing instead a both-and philosophy that harnesses the advantages of both power sources. If successful, BYD's hybrid engine could mark the beginning of a new era in which EVs are no longer limited by their batteries, offering both the power and the efficiency that drivers seek. For consumers, this could mean more choice and less compromise. For the industry, it represents a call to innovate and redefine the very concept of clean mobility. Will BYD's gamble pay off and bring about a new standard in the automotive industry? Only time will tell, but the potential is nothing short of revolutionary. What exactly are the benefits of these new engines? How beneficial is the hybrid engine of BYD? The BYD hybrid engine offers a transformative advancement for the EV industry, creating a new path for consumer convenience, sustainability, and industry development. For years,
Greg, when you look at, BYD, this is incredible. Like, without recharging, without refueling 2,000 kilometers, is this, first of all, really doable, and is this groundbreaking?
The auto market has been polarized by fully electric vehicles and traditional combustion engines, each with its advantages and drawbacks. The BYD hybrid engine blurs the lines between these technologies, blending the efficiency of electric propulsion with the range and familiarity of combustion power, enabling the EV industry to tap into previously unachievable benefits. One of the greatest advantages of the BYD hybrid engine for the EV industry is its potential to overcome infrastructure limitations. EVs depend heavily on a vast network of charging stations, which in many regions remains underdeveloped. The BYD hybrid engine, however, allows drivers to use both electric and traditional fuel sources, bypassing the challenges posed by the limited availability of charging infrastructure. Drivers, especially those in rural or less populated areas, won't need to worry about being stranded without a charging station nearby. This flexibility makes the adoption of EV technology more feasible in regions where charging networks are sparse, significantly widening the EV market's reach. For consumers, the BYD hybrid engine addresses two major concerns: range anxiety and charging times. While modern EV batteries have improved in range, they are still dependent on battery capacity and nearby charging points. With the hybrid engine, drivers can enjoy the benefits of electric driving, but have the peace of mind that they can rely on traditional fuel if needed. This adaptability could make EVs more appealing to a broader range of customers who value convenience and versatility. Long-distance travel becomes far easier, reducing the need for extensive planning around charging stops and giving consumers a more seamless and familiar driving experience. Another consumer benefit lies in the hybrid engine's efficiency and potential cost savings. Hybrid engines use both fuel and electric power in ways that maximize fuel efficiency, reducing trips to gas stations and making it easier for consumers to manage their vehicle's operational costs. For many households, the choice to switch to a hybrid solution instead of a fully electric vehicle may also feel more approachable in terms of budget, as they may avoid investing in home charging installations or waiting for fast charging networks to expand in their areas. The hybrid approach helps consumers get closer to the economic and environmental benefits of full EVs without requiring a complete lifestyle overhaul. For the EV industry, the BYD hybrid engine marks a shift away from the industry's intense dependence on battery technology alone. While the push for more efficient and powerful batteries is beneficial,
the Chinese manufacturer also took the opportunity to mark the 8th million EV produced and delivered.
It has also led to rising concerns around resource scarcity and the environmental impact of mining materials like lithium and cobalt. The BYD hybrid engine could help alleviate this dependency by reducing the need for large battery packs, which rely heavily on these resources. This allows the EV industry to become less constrained by the availability of specific materials, making it easier to scale production and cater to growing demand without overburdening resource supplies. It also potentially lowers the pressure on battery manufacturers, who have been racing to improve capacity and charging speed, often at the cost of long-term sustainability. Environmental benefits are among the most compelling aspects of the BYD hybrid engine. While EVs are praised for their zero-emission operation, their production, especially the mining and manufacturing of batteries, has a lot of environmental consequences. Mining for lithium and cobalt has been linked to habitat destruction, water depletion, and, in some cases, human rights abuses. By introducing a hybrid system, BYD's engine reduces reliance on large battery packs, which in turn can reduce the demand for mining. This lessens the ecological footprint of each vehicle, aligning the production process more closely with sustainable practices and potentially creating a smaller, more efficient supply chain that has less impact on the environment. Apart from this, the BYD hybrid engine can address one of the emerging environmental challenges related to EV battery disposal. As the first generations of EVs reach the end of their life cycle, battery disposal and recycling have become critical issues. Current battery recycling methods are not fully equipped to handle large-scale EV battery disposal, creating concerns about waste management and environmental damage from battery disposal. By requiring smaller batteries, the BYD hybrid engine could reduce the burden on recycling facilities and lower the overall environmental impact of battery disposal. In the long run, this could create a more sustainable ecosystem for EVs, where battery use is optimized and waste is minimized. Another environmental advantage is the potential impact on global energy infrastructure.
The air we breathe is poisoned by tiny particles emitted by car engines. Every year, almost 500,000 people in the EU die prematurely due to air pollution.
Many countries face challenges in scaling up their energy grids to support widespread EV adoption. The BYD hybrid engine offers an alternative that reduces the strain on electric grids, as vehicles would not need to rely solely on electricity. This could be especially valuable in regions where energy demand already exceeds supply, or where energy sources are not yet fully sustainable. Instead of investing heavily in expanding electric grids, Governments and utility companies could focus on creating a balanced energy infrastructure that can accommodate both electric and hybrid vehicles, offering a more versatile approach to green transport. For consumers interested in sustainable technology but hesitant about the compromises that EVs sometimes require, the BYD hybrid engine could make eco-friendly driving more attainable. While EVs often require many lifestyle adjustments, from the planning of long trips around charging points to the installation of home chargers, the hybrid engine minimizes these challenges. Consumers can enjoy the satisfaction of reducing emissions without the limitations of range or prolonged charging, offering an approachable and user-friendly way to drive sustainably. This could encourage more drivers to adopt eco-friendly options, as the transition becomes far less daunting than committing to a fully electric vehicle. The BYD hybrid engine is likely to drive greater innovation across the industry. As more automakers witness BYD's success with hybrid technology, they may be inspired to explore similar advancements, resulting in greater diversity in green vehicle options. This competition could lead to new technologies that further enhance fuel efficiency, reduce emissions, and make hybrid systems even more advantageous. This engine thus stands as both a product and a catalyst, encouraging the entire industry to look beyond conventional boundaries and embrace a more innovative and flexible future. The BYD hybrid engine's influence reaches beyond mere functionality. It introduces a new way of thinking about sustainable transport, consumer satisfaction, and market adaptability. By addressing the practical, environmental, and industrial challenges that have long shaped the EV market, it opens doors to a future where electric vehicles no longer have to fit a one-size-fits-all approach. But just as every innovation has its good side, there's always a downside to it. With how beneficial the hybrid engine created by BYD offers to not only consumers, but to the EV market.
Well, one area for potential growth for car makers is in the green sector. Chinese tech firm Build Your Dream, or BYD, is the world's largest maker of lithium-ion batteries. Now BYD is using that technology to rev up competition with its electric vehicles.
What are the challenges and problems encountered by using it? Keep watching to find out. Hybrid engine challenges and setbacks. The development of BYD's hybrid engine, while innovative, comes with numerous challenges and downsides that present hurdles for both the manufacturer and end users. Crafting a hybrid engine that effectively combines the benefits of electric and combustion technology is no simple feat. BYD must overcome substantial technological and financial obstacles in the design, production, and rollout phases. Hybrid engines also bring their own unique set of complexities and issues for consumers, affecting everything from maintenance costs to the driving experience. The hurdles surrounding hybrid technology impact not only BYD's production processes, but also consumers and the broader automotive industry. One of the primary challenges BYD faces in making hybrid engines is the difficulty of balancing power output with fuel efficiency. Hybrid engines are expected to perform like a combustion engine in terms of power and like an electric motor in terms of efficiency, which often results in a complex design process. Engineers are tasked with finding a way to seamlessly integrate both propulsion systems, which involves careful calibration of components like the electric motor, combustion engine, and battery system. Achieving this balance can be difficult, as improvements in one area, such as fuel efficiency, can sometimes come at the cost of power output or increased emissions. These trade-offs require rigorous testing and re-engineering, a process that is time-intensive and costly, making it challenging for BYD to deliver a product that meets all performance expectations. The development of hybrid engines also introduces supply chain complications for BYD, as hybrid engines require a mix of parts for both electric and traditional combustion systems. Sourcing components for electric motors, batteries, and combustion engines all at once is a logistical challenge that makes production more difficult and increases costs. With hybrid engines requiring additional specialized components, BYD faces increased pressure to secure reliable suppliers and manage inventory efficiently. Fluctuations in the supply chain, especially for rare earth metals used in both electric motor parts and batteries, can cause production delays and increase expenses. Such supply chain disruptions affect not only manufacturing timelines, but also the final cost of the product, potentially impacting the market competitiveness of BYD's hybrid vehicles. Besides, BYD's hybrid engine development process is complicated by the need to meet multiple regulatory standards in different markets. Hybrid engines are subject to both emissions regulations for combustion engines and energy efficiency standards for electric motors, making it difficult to align a single product with all regulatory requirements. Markets with strict emissions standards may require additional modifications to the combustion aspect of the hybrid engine, while countries prioritizing electric efficiency could demand battery improvements or adjustments to the electric motor. Meeting these varied requirements can lead to higher production costs, as BYD may need to create market-specific models or incorporate additional technologies to comply with global regulations. From a consumer perspective, the hybrid engine presents its own set of issues that impact the driving and ownership experience. Maintenance can be particularly challenging, as hybrid engines combine the needs of both electric and combustion systems, each with its own distinct set of requirements.
Someone like BYD, who is a leading seller of electric and hybrid vehicles, they've just come out with a new set of technology for its hybrid powertrains. Basically, you could essentially drive from New York to Miami.
For instance, while EVs generally have fewer moving parts and therefore lower maintenance needs, adding a combustion engine in a hybrid model reintroduces traditional maintenance tasks such as oil changes, engine checks, and exhaust system upkeep. Consumers may find themselves needing to visit service centers more frequently or incurring higher maintenance costs, as servicing hybrid engines requires specialized knowledge and tools. For drivers accustomed to either fully electric or fully combustion engines, these mixed maintenance needs can be an unwelcome complication that adds both time and expense to vehicle ownership. Another drawback for consumers is the limited availability of hybrid-specific infrastructure and service providers, especially in regions where EV adoption is still in its early stages. Many mechanics are trained to handle either conventional engines or fully electric systems, but hybrids require expertise in both areas. This lack of hybrid specialized service centers means that consumers may struggle to find qualified technicians for their vehicle's maintenance and repair needs, particularly in less urbanized areas. Additionally, because hybrid engines are still a relatively new technology, replacement parts can be expensive and harder to source, which may result in longer wait times and higher repair costs. These factors can lead to inconvenience and additional expenses for consumers, potentially reducing the overall appeal of hybrid vehicles despite their purported benefits.
We are growing pretty fast. Actually, last year we sold more than 3 million units of both electric and hybrid cars. So of course, these figures should improve in the coming years.
Fuel efficiency, while often touted as an advantage of hybrid engines, can also be a point of disappointment for some users, especially if their driving patterns are not suited to hybrid technology. Hybrid engines perform best in stop-and-go traffic, where regenerative braking can recharge the battery and maximize electric usage. But for consumers who primarily drive long distances or on highways, the electric component of a hybrid may see limited use, resulting in fuel efficiency closer to that of a traditional combustion engine rather than the significant savings hybrids often promise. This can lead to dissatisfaction among consumers who anticipated greater fuel savings, as well as increased costs for those who thought a hybrid engine would provide substantial savings on fuel. Environmental sustainability, while generally improved with hybrid technology, also comes with its own setbacks. Hybrid engines, which still rely partially on fossil fuels, do not achieve the zero-emission status of fully electric vehicles, and thus continue to contribute to greenhouse gas emissions. While hybrids emit fewer pollutants than traditional combustion engines, they are not as environmentally friendly as pure EVs, which may dissuade environmentally conscious consumers from choosing them over fully electric alternatives. Additionally, the use of lithium-ion batteries in hybrids introduces challenges in terms of mining impacts and disposal.
Specifically, those used in Ford electric vehicles, including a new battery chemistry coming this year that will help us make EVs more affordable and accessible.
The extraction of lithium and other battery materials often leads to significant environmental degradation, and with hybrid vehicles increasing the demand for batteries, the environmental footprint of hybrid production remains a concern. Battery lifespan and replacement costs are further issues that hybrid engine owners may face. Like all lithium-ion batteries, hybrid batteries degrade over time, leading to reduced efficiency and performance. This degradation is particularly concerning in hybrids, as they rely on a smaller battery pack than fully electric vehicles, meaning that any loss of battery capacity may have a more immediate impact on fuel efficiency and performance. When the battery reaches the end of its lifespan, consumers may be faced with high replacement costs, and in some cases, the difficulty of finding compatible replacement batteries if the vehicle model has been discontinued. This adds more costs and inconvenience for consumers, who may not have fully accounted for these costs when initially purchasing their hybrid vehicle. The hybrid engines bring complexities in terms of performance and driving experience, which may not align with every consumer's expectations. For instance, the transition between electric and combustion modes in a hybrid engine can result in a less smooth acceleration experience than either a traditional or fully electric engine. Some drivers may find this transition jarring, especially if they are accustomed to the seamless torque delivery of fully electric vehicles. The added weight of the battery and electric components in a hybrid engine can also affect handling and responsiveness.
According to China EV Post, Apple secretly worked with BYD around 2017 to develop long-range batteries using lithium iron phosphate cells. These batteries were designed to be safer and last longer than standard electric vehicle batteries at the time,
sometimes making hybrids feel heavier or less agile than their combustion or electric counterparts. This can impact the overall driving experience, leading some consumers to prefer single powertrain options over hybrids. While hybrid technology may bridge the gap between combustion engines and fully electric vehicles, it introduces a host of new challenges and complications that may ultimately affect its widespread adoption and impact on the market. To fill these gaps, some deploy mobile technicians, however, completely relying on remote fixes and mobile reps risks, limiting independent shops' roles. As a result, some manufacturers collaborate more closely with third parties through training, tools, and support. Customers are also worried that automakers may be economizing by sacrificing some features. This calls for rapid attention because producing vehicles that are less dependable or have shorter lifespans could discourage customers from purchasing them in the future. This may start a cycle in which businesses cut costs without addressing the underlying problems with quality. People may start to feel less confident in purchasing electric vehicles if cost-cutting initiatives make automobiles less dependable, and this might slow down the transition toward more environmentally friendly transportation as customers continue to hold quality and trust very dearly in their choice of automobiles. Navigating the high stakes of owning and maintaining EVs. It isn't uncommon for customers to want to cash in on their automobile. One barrier, however, is if people are made to believe electric cars are less robust, then the resale value of EVs may decrease dramatically. This decrease can cause prospective customers to avoid buying an EV, further challenging the market for these cars. It's also possible that the infrastructure for electric vehicles, such as maintenance facilities and charging stations, won't expand quickly enough to keep up with the demand. If charging or maintaining an EV becomes very difficult for a person, they may choose to continue driving conventional gasoline vehicles. Car insurance is another important factor to take into account. It is more discouraging now that the cost for EV repairs is almost equivalent to the cost of the automobiles themselves, so repairing them often becomes ill-advised. This also has an effect on customers, especially since it could affect their insurance credit. As one of the EV giants, Ford's current actions could influence how electric cars develop in the future. When you purchase a Tesla, for example, and it is involved in an accident, the insurance company will frequently choose to declare the vehicle a total loss. They take this action because repairing a Tesla can be costly and difficult. Another issue is that the payout from these insurance companies is mostly not enough to replace the Tesla or any other EV. This problem is largely because of the car's complex systems features and design, in addition to the expensive and difficult repairs protocols. It's clear by now that EVs create unique challenges to insurers and repair specialists due to their advanced systems, particularly their complex battery designs. When an EV battery is damaged, the cost of repair is often so high that insurers would immediately frown at the high repair bill. This process can indeed be frustrating for EV owners. More so, this situation can affect future insurance coverage and premiums, as being labeled a high-risk customer can make it harder to obtain comprehensive insurance at a reasonable price. Tesla and Ford are not alone in facing these challenges. Other electric vehicle manufacturers are also grappling with the high costs and complexities of EV repairs. In response, Tesla is expanding its service centers and mobile repair units, aiming to provide faster and more convenient services. This move could help reduce repair costs by increasing competition among service providers. One potential solution that could help lower repair costs and increase competition is the development of open-source software for these automobiles. Such a shift, along with legislative changes, could ensure that independent mechanics can compete fairly with manufacturer-affiliated service centers. More importantly, it could reassure customers that someone's looking out for them. As the industry continues to face these challenges, a growing movement for the right to repair is gaining momentum. This movement advocates for laws that would grant independent repair shops and car owners greater access to the necessary data and tools to perform repairs. In Massachusetts, a law has been passed for the provision of a standardized data platform in vehicles, allowing independent shops to make repairs with the owner's permission. As more people continue to choose electric vehicles, automakers are beginning to find a balance. It is expected that through the development of licensed software and by providing professional assistance to independent shops, EV makers can help maintain a competitive repair market. The key to the long-term success of electric vehicles in our society and the repair industries that support them might just lie in an increased cooperation between automakers and independent mechanics, along with supportive policy changes. Do you think Ford is sacrificing quality in favor of quick profits? Share your thoughts in the comments. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more. Also, click the following video shown on your screen. You'll enjoy it.